I am your host Ali Saleh, and today we are joined by our special guest from Slovakia, Jana, Miss Jana. She has worked in IT, paragliding, manufacturing, and telecommunication, bring a unique and driver experience. Let's start. Let's welcome Jana and start our conversation. First of all, hello Miss Jana. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, Ali. Thank you for the invitation, and hello to your audience as well. Um, okay, I will give you a small introduction of mine. Well, I come from or live in Slovakia. It's a small country in Central Europe. For those who don't know, it's former Czechoslovakia. I started my work experience, I would say, well, work experience, education at Hotel Academy. I studied management of travel agencies. It was a long time ago, and I was hoping that this career choice would give me opportunity to travel a lot. And yeah, I wanted to see different countries and to see different places which I could see only in TV or at the postcards in magazines. However, after studies I moved to Czech Republic, and I shortly was working in IT company in administration. I was hoping that I could find the job in travel agency, but then I married, and I my two kids were born, and then I actually started to help my ex-husband at the paragliding company. He had a paragliding school, and we started a production also, and I stayed there for 20 years. After that, after 20 years, I moved back to Slovakia to take care of my parents' medical needs. And at the time, I was working for telecommunication company. At the beginning in finance department, administration. Later on, when the owner changed and the company was sold, I was working in collections and customer support. And also, I was helping Rehan Foundation. And this year, we started this little project of interviews with facilitators and students at Rehan School, Rehan School Notes. And I'm seen more on stage these days. Yeah, that would be a little introduction. Maybe I could mention the hobbies. Reading books. It was my big childhood hobby. Listening music or watching TV or going to swim or going for a walk. Usually I prefer to go for a walk in the forest. That's, to keep the work balance. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Jana, for your introduction. You have worked in multiple industries: IT, paragliding, manufacturing, and telecommunication. How did your career revolve around this field?
It wasn't so many actually experiences. I bet young people today have much more experiences. Even if I think about students, at the universities, I believe that they have multiple jobs to actually be able to keep going. So to have 3 jobs or 4, it's I don't think it's a big deal today. And even young people, much younger than me, I'm 50, so they have more working experience than me. So my working experience, it was kind of fluent. The first job, it was just the necessity in the different country. I moved to different country well, not so different. Czech Republic and Slovakia were once one republic, but still it was like different place, slightly different language. So the first job was just the necessity to survive and to get some, first real job experience. Paragliding company, it was our company with my ex-husband. So it was just really comfortable back then because, to raise two little kids and to be able to help at the company and be able to leave if necessary. It was much easier and comfortable at that time. And less bureaucracy, less paperwork, and so on. And then actually I started to help in Rehan Foundation. I met Rehan Alahwala, and slowly also helping in his telecommunication company, DIDX. And when the company was sold, I stayed for a little while, and now these days I have this focus on helping Rehan Foundation and Rehan School. So it was kind of fluent, it came slowly, and there were not like big changes. I would say it was a slow, fluent process.
Thank you, Ms. Jana, for your answer. So, Ms. Jana, my next question is for you. What motivates you to explore such different industries instead of sticking to one?
We are going to talk about motivation. Ali, do you know what is motivation?
Yes, I know.
What is it? How would you
Motivation
explain it?
that like your parents motivate you to do it, like your mother, like father, and other your friend motivate you.
Yeah, but still, like, what is it? What is that motivation? Like, what is it? We talk about it like all the time, but motivation is kind of like more complicated than we think, right? It's some kind of internal and external force that initiates and sustains some behavior toward a goal, toward some goal. And there are three parts of motivation. It's like activation, it's decision to do something, right? To do something, to create something. It's persistence, which helps you to continue to achieve that goal. And then intensity, like how much effort do you want to give to that, and seriousness. And there are also like two types of motivation. One is intrinsic motivation, which is something which is you do something that processes reward for you already, like participating, creating. That's the reward, and it's about your curiosity. You are curious about something. For example, you are curious about space, so you want to learn about space. You read the books, you watch the films or documentaries, and read about the topic. You enjoy that, actually. It gives you meaning, it gives you some meaning, it fulfills you, right? So that's intrinsic motivation. And then there is extrinsic motivation, and it is when you actually do that for money, for some praise, for fame, or even you can do some actions or something to avoid some punishment. It's also motivation, right? So it's like positive and negative. I would still say that to do things for money, it's kind of negative. It makes it creates some pressure on you, and you don't enjoy it, right? If you have some job and you continue to do and stay in the job just because of the money, you don't enjoy working, right? So I would say that we we should struggle for that positive kind of motivation when we actually enjoy what we do. And if we are able to choose this path, the success is, down the way. You don't have to struggle so much for achieving what you want, because you enjoy that working for that goal. So I would describe motivation like that. And if you ask me, um, well, I don't think I have this positive motivation actually in my life. I was doing the work to survive, to for money, to get the salary. And that positive kind of motivation only appears when I do some hobbies, but I wasn't able to transform the hobbies into the career. So I hope for you young kids, students, that you would be able to transform that hobby of yours, or something you like, exciting, you are excited to do, into your career, because it will motivate you the best way to achieve what you want in your life.
Thank you, Mijana, for explaining what motivation is. Okay, Mijana, my next question is for you. Which industry do you enjoy the most and why?
Yeah, I was telling you that in my life, actually, it was all about that bad motivation, extrinsic motivation to do the job, which I cannot say that I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed many times what I was doing. Um, and it's every job experience, or every working experience you have, you are not working alone. You are in a team, right? You have colleagues. So even if the work doesn't fulfill you, what makes you stay many times at that work are people. You have good relationship with your colleagues, and you have a lot of fun at work. So it's not always black and white. You can enjoy, and still, there would be better job, or better work you would enjoy more doing. So yeah, it's flexible. Um, I can say that I enjoyed working in all three my jobs. I met interesting people. So yeah, I guess it's fine.
Okay, Mijana, my next question is for you. What was your role in IT company and what skill do you develop there?
Ali, can you repeat the question, please?
I can repeat it. What was your role in the IT company and what skill do you develop there?
Yeah, I have already told you that it was very short experience. I stayed there only 1 year, and it was my first job. So it's like always, like first job, you have a lot to learn. You need to learn to work in with your colleagues, with new people. You have to know the people and adjust your communication at that company. Um, it was first experience, so until that, it was always, I didn't have to adjust so much. I didn't have adjust my communication skills. So yes, it's like everything you do for the first time. Like if you interview, if you have interview for the first time, it's difficult, it's tough, and after some time, it's just more smooth. So yeah, it was like learning everything at that time, even if it was just very simple work. For me, it was like driving the car for the first time, because I was just a fresh driver, and I had to learn to drive in the city. And back at that time, there was no GPS, there was no Google Maps, there were no smartphones. So you need to really rely on your knowledge and how you know the city. I literally study the map, the paper map, to know actually the city, the streets, so I will not get lost, and I will actually drive to the place I need to be. I needed to visit offices and do some paperwork. So that was important. That was new for me. And of course, it was new company, new people to know and get along. And yeah, there was a lot of learning. So and I was working for the first time with the PC at that time. So that also, even making coffee, for my colleagues or for the boss, you have to learn how he likes the coffee. So it was really, I was young.
Oh, thank you, Nijana, for explaining. Okay, Nijana, my next question is for you. So, like paragliding manufacturing is quite unique. Can you tell us about there?
Paragliding company, do you know paragliding sport? Do you know how the paraglider actually looks like?
No, no.
You have no idea, right? So
Can you tell?
um,
No, no. Can you
you
tell me about your experience?
yeah, but I'm asking if you actually know what is paragliding. If you ever saw, if you have ever seen some glider flying in the air, never. So it's paragliding is that kind of sport, maybe not many people choose. It's I would say it's quite expensive as well to buy equipment, the glider, the helmet, seat, safety glider, and so on and so on, and the of course the technology. Um, it's just and of course you have to learn about weather, about the wind, which weather is dangerous for you, in which weather you shouldn't go and fly. Um, it's really a lot to learn. But it's very attractive sport, and these people, sometimes they were very crazy people, specific customers, sportsmen, sportswomen who likes to fly. For example, I'm not that kind of person at all. I don't like heights. I feel safe on the ground. And also, this sport is not, sometimes, and in past, people were flying from the hill. So you get to go on the hill, on the top of the hill, and from that hill you can actually start and fly down there, or even long distances, like more than 100 kilometers you can fly. But you had to start on the top of the hill. So it always required to go walking, sometimes by car. on the top of the hill and wait for the right wind to come so you can fly. Today, there are other ways to do that, to actually start. But back then, it was the only way. And it was like you go out and sometimes you fly and sometimes you don't. If it's not good weather, if it's not good wind, you would return home without even unpacking your glider. So I prefer sport, like going to the swimming pool, and I'm sure that I go and will be swimming. I don't have to wait for any wind, or it's just so easy, right, to go swimming pool and swim. So um yeah, it wasn't sport for me, but actually it was very interesting to be part of that back then.
Thank you, Jana, for your explanation. Jana, can you you enjoy reading? What kind of book do you prefer?
Yeah, the books were like in my life since I have started and learned to read. Um, when I was 7 or 6, at the basic school in the first class, when we learned to read a little bit, the school introduced the library to us. So we went to the library, and they made accounts for us, and I was there like every week or every 2 weeks, and I always was leaving with at least 10 books. And that was my hobby, after coming from school, doing homework. If there was no time to go out and play games with other kids or help my parents in the garden, I would just, lie down and read the books. That was like the best hobby for me. Um, Today, of course, with all these technology and smartphones, we kind of learn to multitask, and really like reading the books. The physical book feels like you are a little bit wasting your time. Like you can do even something different. Like today, people watch TV and they are on social media as well at the same time. I also kind of like feel I should do something else like while reading. So sometimes when I go for a walk, I listen to some audiobook or a podcast. But I am sure that I don't enjoy it as much as reading physical book. That's for sure. So I would like to return to that and dedicate some time a day to really just focus on the physical book. I guess it also helps with focus. It will train my focus better, and I think it will be healthy for me as well. Books I can recommend. Fantastic book was that helps me to understand emotions and how the brain works was the book How Emotions Are Made, and 7.5 Lessons About the Brain from Helen Feldman Barrett. Amazing book is also the Harari books, Sapiens, and his other books. There are so many wonderful books. It's really difficult to choose which ones to mention. So yes, mostly these are the books about our body, how it works, and mainly about how the brain works. I enjoyed these books, this content, because it helps me to know myself better.
Okay, Jana, my next question is for you. You love traveling. What has been your favorite destination so far?
Oh, I cannot tell you what was the most amazing destination because every country has beautiful places and surprises. Um, mm, really, I traveled in eastern coast of America through many states. Um, I traveled probably most of Europe, but still I have some places in Europe which I didn't visit. For example, Greece. I is still waiting for my visit, or Portugal. Um, what else? Oh yes, Romania. Romania is missing, and it's quite close to Slovakia. So there are still some countries in Europe I didn't visit, and I haven't visited yet. And I visited Morocco, Egypt, um, Emirates, Pakistan. Mm, I guess that's it. So every country, has some surprises and interesting things to discover, and really, it's like, yeah, it's amazing experience always. It widen your perspective, and um, it's really needed for people to see our earth a little bit like connected, and that we are actually the one species to on earth. So um, it's really helpful for people to, and for whole humanity actually. If people travel, they learn a lot.
Thank you, Ms. Jana. Ms. Jana, our interview time about to end. Can you please give any last advice to my audience?
Yeah, the students at Trans School really ask this a lot. Um, and I don't think I'm competent to give any advices. And every day you have different mood maybe, and people need something else. You can probably need today different advice than tomorrow. And generally speaking, um, like there's so much to advise to people. So I really don't know what to choose, but your audience is probably young people and students around school, or Pakistani audience. So what to advise them? What to advise to this kind of audience, right? When I visited Pakistan, I have seen a lot of places covered under the trash on the streets, and I couldn't understand how people can tolerate it. Like that, oh, it's normal. Like maybe people don't even notice anymore. And I know that many people are in poverty in Pakistan, so they don't really care what's on the street if they are hungry. So I would advise or wish that people would feel more accountable for even space that is not there, like street they live in, or neighborhood street. Like they can just organize more. And if you have a team of people, if you have a good leader who can organize people to do amazing things, you can really create clean and amazing environment for your community to live in. So yeah, I would like to see that, because it also gives you fulfillment and meaning, and it's really I mean amazing to work together also. As I'm sure you students at Trans School, do the osoji and clean the school, and you are led to actually extend that activities beyond the school place, and like bring it to your communities where your family lives, and to your street or to your part of the town you live in. So I really wish to see that, and I hope you can achieve such amazing environment, like calming and clean and working functional.
Thank you, Vijana. Thank you, Vijana, for your valuable time and insight. It was great learning from your journey. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you in the next session. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Pakistan, Zindabad, Jahan School, Zindabad, Allah Hafiz, guys, everyone.